Welcome back to Craftcation, a series where I hit the road with my sewing machine to stay and craft in unique places, shop for fabric and yarn at the local shops, and make a one-of-a-kind piece. If this sounds cool, then stay tuned, because today we're headed to Arch Cape, Oregon, to stay at a gorgeous loft on the beach, visit the nearby fabric and yarn stores, host a little knitting night with the gals, and of course, show you everything we made. So let's get started. This one's fun because we're sewing and knitting and hanging with friends and bopping around Cannon Beach. We left early afternoon to head to Arch Cape, which is a really quiet little beach community on the Oregon coast. And I'm literally one block from the ocean right now, which I will never get over. This place is called Arch Cape Loft, and it's actually the first micro hotel in the region, so pretty special. There are 7 individual studio units, and each one of them feels very thoughtfully put together. We stayed in Unit 3B, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath loft on the top floor. So we headed up this amazingly designed corridor and headed into our loft. Views are absolutely insane. This is one of the bedroom views. And the living room. Let me give you the full tour. The kitchen has everything you need. There's a freestanding stove, which is really easy to use. There's 2 bathrooms. There's local artwork on the walls. There's Tempur-Pedic mattresses, which were insanely comfortable. I highly recommend not only visiting in the summer because it's gorgeous, but the fall and winter on the Oregon coast is truly something special, especially if you're staying at the Arch Cape Loft. It is so cozy and vibey in here. We decided to take a little walk to the beach. We're only a block from the beach, so it's a very quick trip. The beach in Arch Cape is an absolute hidden gem because there's not much public parking for folks. You end up having the beach almost always to yourself. It's usually just the permanent residents and those staying in the area who are on the beach. So this is a really awesome alternative to busier beaches like Cannon Beach and Haystack Rock, which is about 4 to 5 miles away. Alyssa just brought up almost all of our stuff, so thank you. We are going to be sewing and knitting, but today is a little different. We're not going to be thrift shopping. We decided, since this was really close to home, that we were going to treat this trip as like our work in progress sewing projects finish.
I'm trapping myself in this hotel and doing every repair that's been languishing for like a year.
Yes, exactly. So we brought all the stuff that we need to hem or patch, fix, the stuff that we just like haven't had time to get to. And what's better than locking yourself in a beautiful loft
With lots of wine.
with lots of wine, and just like getting it all done and finished.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. We are going to finish unpacking. Should we show? Or
Yeah, let's show you guys what I brought. I have a sheet that recently ripped a big ol' hole in it. It's just ended its life as a sheet. And the good parts of it are going to get turned into pillowcases. We'll see what I can salvage from this. But I think it'd be uncomfortable to sleep on top of if I patched over it. Just the too much thickness. So we're gonna turn it into pillowcases instead. Sweater that I used to wear like daily. And I also has a couple holes, but that's the worst of them. And I actually had some matching yarn, so we're gonna try darning that. Socks that could use a heel repair. This sweater, similar situation. The armpits are just starting to develop some holes, so I've got some cotton to patch that with. A pair of pants that have this beautiful tear right in the crotch. Button down that has this cool old Lucky brand button down with pearl snaps, and it just has a rip at the shoulders. That's going to be a quick, easy little one. Jacket that belongs to my partner that needs a new zipper. The zipper has stopped working. It will not zip up, or if you do get it up, it will not zip back down. And then you can see all the binding on the edges is pretty badly frayed. So if I have time to do both, I'm going to both replace the zipper in this and then redo all the bindings on it.
I got some pants that my friend Tony gave me ages ago to him. I think this was like a year ago. And I forgot about them and I thought they were mine, and then I found them and realized that they're marked to hem for Tony. So I should probably hem those for Tony. And then I have this like flannel that I want to crop. I don't wear it. It's too long.
It's such a cool fabric.
It's so cool though, so I thought it'd be really fun to like crop it. I feel like I'll wear it a lot more. And then I have these Carhartts, which I hate. I hate the fit of them, and I think I'm gonna turn them into Carhartt jorts. Cause like, why not? And I want to knit. We're gonna go to there's a really cool knitting store in Cannon Beach called Coastal Yarns. And I want to get some yarn for a baby bonnet. And there's also a quilt shop in Cannon Beach that we should probably stop by.
Yeah, cute little fabric store. They have notions.
Tons
there
of
are
fabric.
not a lot of fabric stores like anywhere anymore, especially in small towns. So if you are on the Oregon coast and looking for sewing stuff, they are a great little place and one of the few independently owned sewing places that's still around.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the fabric store, the yarn shop, and then we're gonna go to a coffee wine bar and just get a glass of wine.
Mentally and emotionally prepare for
Yes, exactly. And then we'll go back and we'll do everything.
Yeah. I brought a little knitting project to work on. I am halfway through a sock. I'm in a sock phase right now, so put in a little time on these guys.
Oh, this is extra special too because the lovely owners of this place have allowed us to have our weekly knitting group here tonight. Since we're local, we only live 15 minutes from Arch Cape. So the local knitting group that we have that meets once a week is gonna come here. So that'll be really fun. I think we're gonna have like 6 ladies and we're gonna sit around the fire and knit.
Yeah.
So that's around 6 o'clock. So we have a lot to do today. Yeah, all right, let's do it. For shopping and wine, we're headed to Cannon Beach, a super famous coastal town about 5 miles away from the Arch Cape Loft. Cannon Beach is not only popular because it has tons of amazing restaurants and little shops, but because of Haystack Rock, which is a 235-foot rock that definitely is worth a visit, especially at low tide, so you can see all the tide pools and fun creatures around it. After a very short drive, we made it to Center Diamond Fabrics, which is one of the only fabric shops on the North Coast, and it has a really large selection of cotton quilting fabrics, batting, notion, a small selection of canvas and wax canvas. They have patterns and books and crafts and lots of things to look at.
There is so much fabric here. It is awesome. Look at all this.
We ended up perusing for a very long time. There's just so much to look at in here, but I did end up getting some purple rickrack, which is incredible. I've never seen purple before, and this super cute felt craft kit. My friends are having a baby, so I thought getting one of these as an ornament would be a really cute gift. Look at how many they have. Then we headed down the road to Coastal Yarns, which is one of 2 yarn shops on the North Coast. There's Coastal Yarns in Cannon Beach and Ocean Knits in Astoria, which is also an incredible yarn shop that you need to check out. But Coastal Yarns is downtown Cannon Beach, so it's super easy to get to. They have a huge selection of yarn, especially merino wool. This is the glorious merino wool wall. Look at all of these colors. They also have some fun knitting kits, tons of notions, books, accessories, honestly, everything you need to start knitting or keep going on your project. Highly recommend visiting Coastal Yarns. I got this cotton yarn for the baby bonnet. And now we're gonna walk to the wine bar. So unfortunately for us, they were only doing bottled wine for today, and that was too much of a commitment for Alyssa and I, so we decided to go with some tea, which was really lovely. So we sat on the big comfortable couches that they have and drank some tea and knit and watch the elk outside. This was so cool. There was an elk herd outside. If you've ever been to Cannon Beach or the Oregon coast before, you know there are huge elk herds everywhere, and they're always special, no matter how many times I see them. Before heading back to the loft, we stocked up on some snacks and wine for knitting night. Show you guys what I bought at the sewing and yarn shop. I got this ridiculously cute felt craft kit. It's salmon seagull. I think I might make it for my friend who just had the baby, and maybe like embroider his name on it. I think that would be really cute. I got 2 yards of purple rickrack, which I've never seen purple rickrack before, and then a new chalk marker because I needed it. And then again for the baby, I got some organic cotton yarn for a tiny little bonnet. A tiny little bonnet. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, so this is what we'll knit with tonight. I'm gonna use this for now. I might use this, I'm not sure, but let's do it. Then it was time to start sewing and repairing everything we brought.
Guy.
Oh my gosh! Oh, wait.
That's coming antler, but they're not horns, they're antlers.
Antler buds.
Wow.
He's just right outside. Okay, we're just finishing up. It's almost 6. Our friends are gonna come for a knitting night, but I just want to show you guys the view from the deck. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Wait, oh shit, look at the elk. Ah, look at him. Can you see him? Little elk butt. Bye-bye, elk. Our guests arrived, we ate some snacks, and then we settled into a little knitting, and I thought it'd be fun to introduce you to my knitting group and have them tell you what they're making and share some of the knitting patterns with you.
Oh, okay. I'm Jen, and I'm making a sweater tank, and I had to start over 3 times, so wish me luck. Shit.
Okay, hi, I'm Claire and I'm making the Frankie sweater. I am knitting a tank top.
Okay, my name is India and I'm knitting a sweater for my dad.
Before it got too dark and our guests had to leave, we decided to do a little sunset beach walk. Although there wasn't much of a sunset with the clouds, it was a beautiful night and we had so much fun walking along the beach. After our walk, we said goodbye to our friends and we settled in for the night.
So Alyssa's still sleeping, so I really hope you can hear this. But I woke up at like 5 and I've just been hanging out on the couch and waiting for the sun to rise, which it's now finally doing, and it's gorgeous. So I decided I'm just gonna knit a little bit by the fire while I wait on Alyssa to wake up. I am an early riser. I need more coffee, but I don't want to wake her up, so I'm just gonna knit. It is now 6:45, something like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna knit and wait for her to wake up and then make some more coffee and just really take this all in. It's absolutely gorgeous here.
I'm gonna go for a run here in a second, but we wanted to show you all what we got done yesterday because we ended up doing hemming and repairing and a little bit of knitting. So I had these old Carhartts that had huge rips on either, oh god, they got dirty, either side of the back. I just stitched those together, as well as like a giant rip underneath, and an even larger one that I just quickly patched. This shirt, I cropped it, which I think will be a lot cuter. I'm excited for it to like fray too, like once I put it in the wash. And then I made Carhartt jorts, which is kind of ridiculous, but I love them so much. I ended up hemming them, but I'm kind of torn between also just cutting this off and letting them also just like fray, like a classic cutoff. But yeah, I'm stoked for those. And then my baby bonnet, I got like the little headband part, the ribbing done for that, and then now I just have to do the body. It's gonna be like a cute little elf. I'll put a photo, a cute little elf thing. And that's it, that's all I did. Oh, actually wait, and I hemmed Tony's pants, but Tony took them last night when she came for knitting night. So I hemmed one more pair of pants too. So that was good.
Let's see. I got a few things repaired, although not the big one. Danielle like smartly pointed out to me that I might want to wash this before I put all these beautiful new repairs on it. So that'll be a project for next time. This is a down jacket, and she has some wash specifically for down jackets. So I'm gonna give this to her to clean up for me with another piece she needs to wash, and I'll return to that later. Did get the little hole in this guy fixed up. So just like a little thing at the shoulder there. You can't really see it much from the outside because it was a tiny rip, but cute little patch on the inside. I almost want to like put a little piece of art here, like draw on this simple piece of muslin I used to patch it up, give it a little personality. A lot of patching holes for me, same with this one. I had a really nice matching fabric here, so you can barely even see the fabric behind it, but just on both sides there. Threw a little patch behind the fabric and then stitched over it with a zigzag stitch so it stayed stretchy. Similar thing with these pants. Really crotch blowout and a butt blowout, and both are just reinforced from the inside and stitched over once around the hole and another time around the larger piece of fabric to reinforce it. And then this, I wanted to knit instead of sewing a piece of fabric over this. I wanted to actually, I had matching yarn or matching enough yarn. So I actually knit a little patch on the inside of this, and I think I really like how it looks, although
That's cool.
I'm almost tempted to redo it. It didn't take very long. This only took maybe 20 minutes. Like picked up the stitches below it and above it, and yeah, knit a little swatch from top to bottom, but I almost like how the patch looks better. I knit it from the inside, so you can still see the edges of the hole on the outside, but I almost like how it looks better on the inside where you get the border of the patch. So I might pull this apart and redo it. And that's it. Everything else will have to wait.
Yep. So I'm gonna go on a run. I don't know.
I'm gonna keep reading my book.
Just gonna read your book, and then we're gonna meet at Sea Level Bakery and Coffee Shop, which is in Cannon Beach, like a couple minutes from here. So Yeah.
We'll see you at sea level.
Such a fun run during low tide, and getting to sea level for a tasty pastry and coffee is like such a great treat. And that's how we ended our day too. So thank you all so much for watching. It is so much fun to do these craftcations and bring you along with me. So if you enjoy this, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out as a small business and lets me keep going on these craftcations. Thanks and happy crafting.